Alright, this is the full review for the American Tactical ATI STG-44 22LR. So, this one comes packaged as such in this nice little wooden crate. I've seen some for sale online. I've never seen this locally, but I found some online that have the crate, and then also some that are still brand new but without the crate. So I don't know if later on they quit selling them or importing them or whatever with the crate. That's a possibility. Not sure, but I got mine with the crate. This was brand new. I traded a couple pistols for it, and comes with everything. Comes with a sling here. Oh, I'm dumping shit out down here. Comes with your sling, goodie bag. It looks like it's got some, comes with some lube and some cleaning brushes for it, stickers and whatnot, all the information, owner's manual, 25 round magazine, and in the crate it's packaged like this, where you can take it down and put it in there. You flip these little things around here, and then you can remove it. You need to be careful. I'm trying not to do it here, because this piece right here will shoot out. This whole trigger assembly and grip here folds down so that you can get access to the bolt and all that. I'll show that in a second. Can you go ahead and grab that without shooting that out? I like to clamp it together like this when I pull it out to make sure that doesn't shoot out. Can you open it up? Yeah, go ahead and pull it out. Oh, so it opens like that, and then it's under tension, so it'll shoot it out. So then to put it back together, you got to squeeze it in, and then it'll latch back in there. Go ahead. There's also a plastic piece in there that'll shoot out on you. That's how it goes together. But go ahead and pull it out. So I always like to squeeze that together when I pull it out to make sure it doesn't shoot out. So then the buttstock will slide over it, and then once your buttstock is on there, get the camera in the right place, go ahead and slide it on. That'll keep all that from coming apart. And then you got to put the little pin in it. It's got this little spring tang on it right there, and you might have to wiggle it some, but you basically push it through. Go ahead and wiggle it. Yep. Show the other side, and then it's locked in place. To get it back out, you would have to push the spring back in and pull it out. So there she is, all put together. You got safety here. Your trigger has a lot of take up like a pistol trigger does. Okay, until it stops. But once it stops, I haven't really noticed any creep. Yeah, there's no creep. It's just a nice crisp break, so that's good. The take-up's really long, and the trigger's pretty far out. But once you pull it back to where it stops, it's real nice and crisp. Not too heavy, not too light. Mag release button. Mag pulls out. The mag is a pretty tight fit, so it doesn't rattle around in there. Usually when I put it in, I got to kind of like wiggle it up in there because it's a nice tight fit. I'm sure that'll loosen up some over time with that plastic wearing in. And then I give it a good whap on the bottom to make sure it's fully set. There's your charging handle, which you can lock open. Oh, here, can you do that for me? I can't do it one-handed. Just flip it up to lock it open. Back down. Flip it over. You got your little dust shield here. You can pop it open, or when you charge the charging handle, put a round in the chamber, it pops open like such, like an AR-15. Sling mount, and then it goes through the stock, kind of like an M1 carbine. Let me see if I can show you the sights here. So the sights, I don't know how I can show this on my phone. I really like these sights. You got a real narrow, pointed front blade like that. I'm trying to, you line it up like that, kind of like an AK, but the blade, can you zoom that in for me? It's triangular and it comes to a real nice sharp point. I noticed mine has a little burr on it there. I'm going to try to smooth it out later, but it's pretty precise in that regard because it comes to a nice little point like that. Zoom it back out. Fully adjustable. So that little knob there on the side for your windage adjustment, it's spring loaded. You just pull back on it and turn it one way or the other to adjust for windage. And then for elevation, you press in that button and you can slide this up and down the ramp to adjust your elevation. A few things I want to point out. It's kind of hard to find these mags and they're expensive. This little feed assist here, it's kind of cumbersome to load this. I started loading it, just sticking them in there, and this plastic right here, it sticks up and it's kind of hard to push it down in all the way, and it does get rather tight. And I usually don't have the need for any sort of assist, but with this one I do because it's kind of cumbersome to load them in there. All you gotta do is pull down on that when you go to put the next round in, and it makes it like 10 times easier. And you want to be careful. I've seen reports of this breaking off. So if you pull it too far down and let it snap back up, you might break that off. So be very careful with that. The other thing I noticed, this is all metal here, okay? It's blued, I believe, like everything else. Maybe it's parkerized, I don't know. But regardless of the finish, it's not stainless steel, okay? So with oil from your hands, enough handling of that's going to rust. So you're going to want to oil the crap out of that. Always keep that nice and clean and oil on there so you don't have any rust problems with that, or just always wear a glove when you handle it. So I got it pretty much zeroed for 100 yards now. So go ahead and take some shots with it. I'll do a little group here at, well, you can kind of see this, 25 yards. Prior to starting this video, I did a little group there, but the center diamond there, I did top right and bottom right, which the bottom right one's about a 1-inch group. But I'm going to go ahead and we'll shoot another one here real quick. Alright, so I got 10 rounds. I'll do a group on the target on the right. I'll do the top right diamond and the bottom right diamond, 5 each. I'm not the best with iron sights, but I'll give it a go. Zoom it some more. That's good. Bottom right. Ooh, it's still zoomed in there. It does hold open after last shots. I put about 200 rounds through it. The only malfunction I've had was one got kind of stuck in the mag and it didn't feed up, so all I had to do was pull the mag out and give it a little tap, and then it popped up to the top. Only had that happen once. Had 1 or 2 rounds that failed to feed because they just didn't have enough kickback for the brand new recoil spring, so the action didn't cycle back far enough to grab the next round. So that's not really the gun's fault, that's the ammo. I think that's it. Sometimes the little feed gate doesn't pop open when you cycle around in. So sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So I would just always check and make sure that you either pop it open yourself or make sure it pops open when you put a new mag in it. We'll go check these out. And this is 25 yards, so we'll go see how I did down there. Show you the groups from last time too. Yeah, not bad. So like I said, I'm not the best with irons, and that's because I really need glasses. This stuff just looks fuzzy to me from even there. That was my first attempts. First time I shot a group, second group, third group. These little squares are 1 inch, so I got under a 1 inch group right there. And these are the two that I just did. Not bad considering everything just looks blurry to me. I can just barely make out the red, and I just put the dot somewhere around there. Now this is a clone of the real thing, but it's about as close as any of you or I can get to it. The real deals are like 30 grand, fully automatic. And there's a company that makes semi-automatic ones, but they're still several $1,000s. So about your only option is to get one of these. That's the other thing, price. Okay, so I've seen these listed from anywhere from $3.99 to as high as $5.99, so just depends on where you get it. I should also note that's in the midst of all this coronavirus crap, so gun prices are all over the place. But I believe the standard price on this before all that crap happened would have been about $400. They're also very heavy. Like I said, it's a reproduction, so the original one was 9 point some odd pounds, almost 10 pounds. This one is too. It's pretty much the same weight. It's really freaking heavy, so it's kind of hard to hold and stand free shooting for a length of time because it's very heavy. It's 9 some pounds, and so it feels like you're holding the real deal, but it's only a 22. Also, this is German. Okay, ATI is the importer, and GSG is actually who makes it. It's GSG, German Sport Guns is what it's called. And so this is actually a German firearm, and ATI is the company that imports them. Also, I've seen that this company, GSG, they make a 9mm version of this, which I would love to have, but I don't think that they've ever imported those to the United States. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. I could not find any for sale. Couldn't even find old listings. And the only videos I can find on YouTube of the 9mm versions, there's only like 2 or 3 videos, and they're really crappy, and they're in German. So if I ever find one in the States, I'm definitely grabbing it, but I'm not even so sure that there is any. I don't think they ever imported the 9mm ones. Alright, so I'm going to take some shots here at my orange gong here. It's a 16-inch steel gong. It's sitting at 100 yards there. So we'll take a few shots at it at 100 yards, and then I'm going to move it out and see how far out we can hit it with this thing. I went high on that one. I saw the mud kick up. Alright, well, let's go move it out. I was already hitting that little one at 150 out there, so I'm going to go ahead and move the target out to 200. Yeah, here's what we're shooting at. It's, like I said, a 16-inch steel gong. I'm going to repaint it because running out of daylight here. It's going to be a little hard to see out there, so we'll get it painted up and hurry up and get back up there. Well, I was trying to shoot at 200 yards for you guys, and just combination of my vision. I need glasses, and the sun's going down out here. It's a lot darker than it looks on camera. I just can't see that thing to shoot it. So if we get out here on a day where we're out here early enough and there's nobody out here, then I'll just post a long range video with it later if I manage to get it out 200 yards consistently. I'll do a long range video later if I can get out here and there's not a shitload of people. That was part of the problem I had. I had to wait 2 hours for it to die down so I could start recording. And then by that time, you don't have very much daylight left. But I'm going to put a bunch of these through here rapid fire. Find the ones I want. We'll load this up and rapid fire this sucker. But if I can get out here on a day to where I can get this thing figured out at a farther range, then I'll post it. I'll just do a long range video of it, like shooting at 200 yards or whatever. Right, I just put 20 in it, and we're gonna do a little rapid fire on the gong here at 25 yards. Ready?
Yep.
It works. Woo! That was a little loud rapid fire, isn't it? It's a real STG-44. But hey, thanks for watching. As always, please hit that thumbs up button for me. Subscribe if you're not already. Hit the bell for notifications. See you next time.